Guys? PC Reboot again here with another video, and I think last time we talked about um, if you wanted whether you wanted Mac or PC, and I think I mentioned the best MacBook to get if you just had to have a Mac. And this time I was going to talk about the flagships for Windows, and it's kind of odd because I'm gonna tell you what they are real quick. First is we have the HP Spectre, and the thing looks flawless. I mean, it's a diamond. That's the best way I can describe it. You can go check it out, see for yourself. And also the ASUS Zenbook 3, just as elegant. Now, both of these things are the Lamborghinis, or the Lamborghini and the Ferrari of laptops. They just look spectacular. But I was doing some research on them, and I noticed that to me personally, they're making the same mistake that Apple is with their MacBook. I don't know why, but for the flagships for these manufacturers, they're taking away the ports. For these two, the Zenbook and the Spectre, everybody's going to the new USB Type-C port, which is fine, but they're taking away all the other ports. Like, that is the only port on there. I think one of them has a headphone jack, but that's it. But the HP Spectre, it has 3 of these ports on there. Why put 3 of the same port on there? Why not mix it up and put the A here and then the C here and put maybe the mini or the micro USB or something. 3 of the same port. And yeah, they can be turned into something else, but just like with Apple's MacBook, you need an adapter. And that's more money. On top of, you remember I was telling you that the MacBook costs $1,300? Well, these things are right in the same area, right in the same ballpark, $1,300 to $1,500. We're already paying that much for it. Why do we have to spend another $60 on an adapter to make it work with every other device that we currently have? I think they're moving a little bit too fast with this USB Type-C deal, putting nothing but these ports on there, because they're making us pay on top of the ridiculous price for the laptop. And I was researching the stats, and we're pretty much paying for the look. Because I have some specs here for the Zenbook. For the Zenbook, you can get it in an i5 or an i7. That's great. 16 gigs of RAM. Rather small screen, 12.5-inch screen. And that's smaller than the MacBook. I think the MacBook is a 13. It may be, I think they may just say 13. It might be a 12.5 also. But you can only get up to 512 gigabytes of storage, which is a big downside. I mean, the minimum nowadays should be a terabyte. The 512 is not going to cut it. So on top of possibly running out of space, you have to buy more storage, an external, and 2, you're going to have to pay for the adapter to use any other type of port, to have any other type of port on this device. And with the HP Spectre, you can get an i5 or an i7. Those are pretty much basics now. Really shouldn't have to say that unless you're talking about the MacBooks, but this one only gets up to 8 gigs of RAM, and but it can only get up to 1 terabyte. So it's not a 1 terabyte minimum. So the Zenbook can only get 512 gigs, and the Spectre goes from like 256. Who wants 256 gigs? But from 256 up to 1 terabyte. So that's as big as that's gonna get. And like I was mentioning before, this is the one that has 3 USB Type-Cs on it. And I don't know why, in God's name, you would want that. But for the same price, I did a little research, and for the same price as these flagship laptops, you can get a monster gaming laptop from MSI. And ASUS makes some. So you can look around and find something that has one of those sick graphics cards you've been hearing about. You may have heard about. You could build the laptops. There's a little more in the building your own laptop than it is building your own PC. But yeah, for that price, for that $1,500 price, $1,300 to $1,500 range, you might as well go ahead and get you do overkill. You know, there's nothing wrong with overkill. Get you a gaming laptop. So I will in the next video. This is a little short video because I went on a rant about this because I was gonna tell you about these two flagships and tell you why I like them so much, but doing a little more research into them, they're really not cutting it either. Looks wise, they're the best looking things out there, but you can do better with other, like the Dell XPS. It's cheaper. You're not so restricted on it. Just heads up on that one. If you're looking for something, one of those flagships, that's Dell's flagship, the Dell XPS. It's not quite on the same level, I want to say, as these two, power-wise, but supposedly power-wise. But it's more convenient and it's cheaper. On top of that, so you can never go wrong with that. I'm personally trying to get away from Dells. They're all right, but they're becoming one of those mass. I mean, they're all mass produced, but Dells are becoming that mass produced brand where the quality seems to slip a little here and there. But you really can't go wrong with that compared to buying these other ones. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got for this video. You guys have any questions or you have any requests for videos, just drop it in the comment section and I'll get right on that.